Here's a detailed YouTube article on the Volkswagen Passat B2 Evolution 1981 that avoids handing condition, while focusing on design, historical significance, technical details, and its cultural legacy. Volkswagen Passat B2 Evolution 1981, the German executive shift. When you talk about Volkswagen, the conversation almost always starts with the Beetle or the Golf. But nestled between the legacy of the people's car and the sporty hatchback revolution sits a nameplate that redefined VW's approach to family motoring, the Volkswagen Passat. And in 1981, a new chapter of that story began, the B2 generation. Sleeker, longer, and more refined, the Passat B2 wasn't just a redesign, it was a statement of purpose, and arguably the moment when VW truly stepped into the global executive and family car market with seriousness. This article explores the evolution of the Volkswagen Passat B2, launched in 1981, and how it stood out in a rapidly changing automotive era. Setting the stage, a new automotive decade. The early 1980s marked a turning point in car design and engineering. Fuel economy and aerodynamics were becoming critical. Customers now expected comfort, reliability, and efficiency wrapped in a more refined package. Volkswagen, known for its practical and no-nonsense designs, saw an opportunity to upscale the Passat without abandoning its roots. The B2 Passat, internally referred to as Typ 32B, emerged as a global contender. With production across continents, from Germany to Brazil to China, this car marked Volkswagen's effort to harmonize global design with regional practicality. Design philosophy, modern lines and global vision. Compared to its predecessor, the B1, the B2 was noticeably larger, squarer, and more in tune with the design language of the era. Influenced by the sharp-edged designs from Giugiaro, the B2 carried a more prestigious and clean-cut silhouette. Key exterior elements included angular body panels that emphasized straight lines over curves, a wide rectangular front grille and squared-off headlights, long overhangs and a low roofline that gave it a pseudo-executive profile. Available body styles: 2-door sedan, 4-door sedan, 5-door wagon variant, and even a 3-door hatchback in some markets. Volkswagen intended the B2 to appeal to both private owners and business fleets, combining modern styling with European sensibility. Interior evolution, functional and thoughtful. Inside, the B2 marked a noticeable upgrade over the first generation. The dashboard design was more cohesive, featuring better materials and a horizontal layout that placed all controls within easy reach. Interior highlights: a clean, rectangular instrument cluster with analog dials. Improved seating ergonomics with optional height adjustments. Various trim levels offering cloth or velour upholstery. Optional air conditioning, power windows, and central locking in upper trims. A much quieter cabin thanks to improved insulation and door seals. Volkswagen focused on ergonomics and visibility, ensuring that the car felt modern without losing the brand's minimalistic approach. Platform and mechanical layout. Unlike the B1 Passat, which shared its underpinnings with the Audi 80, the B2 evolved into a more distinct platform while still maintaining the longitudinal engine layout. Highlights of the B2's mechanical design: front engine, front-wheel drive layout, with select models offering synchro all-wheel drive introduced later in the generation. Longitudinal engine placement for better engine bay accessibility and weight balance. McPherson strut suspension up front and torsion beam rear or independent setups depending on the model. This layout gave the Passat B2 a driving dynamic closer to Audi's offerings, elevating its road manners compared to rivals like the Ford Sierra or Opel Ascona. Engine options: a global powertrain buffet. The B2 came with a vast engine lineup, tailored to different markets. Volkswagen ensured that the B2 could be powered by everything from economical inline-4s to sporty 5-cylinder engines. European engines included 1.3L and 1.6L petrol inline-4s for basic commuter use. 1.8L and 2.0L petrol engines, delivering more refinement and power. 1.6L diesel and turbodiesel for economy-focused markets. 2.1L line E5 in performance-oriented versions, such as the Passat GT and GL5. Gearboxes: 4-speed and 5-speed manual options. 3-speed automatic for comfort-focused buyers. With this powertrain variety, the B2 could adapt to economic cars, family sedans, and even sporty tourers depending on the trim and market. The variant wagon, utility meets sophistication. One of the most enduring legacies of the B2 generation was the Passat variant, the station wagon version. Spacious, reliable, and comfortable, it became the go-to car for families across Europe and South America. Key features: A large rear cargo area with a flat floor. Optional roof rails and foldable rear seats. Rear wiper and large tailgate glass for better visibility. The variant turned the Passat from just a sedan into a multi-purpose vehicle, making it an early symbol of what would later become the crossover trend. Trim levels and market differences. Volkswagen catered the B2 Passat to a global audience, offering different trims, equipment levels, and even body types based on regional preferences. Popular trims. Base CL GLS per gigaliter 5, ranging from simple fleet specs to fully equipped luxury versions. Passat GT, a sporty trim available in some markets with more powerful engines, stiffer suspension, and subtle visual enhancements. Passat GX in Europe near premium trims with luxury touches like leather, cruise control, and sunroofs. In some markets, such as Brazil and China, local production led to extended model cycles and unique configurations like long wheelbase versions and variants equipped with alcohol-fueled engines. Global reach and international legacy. Few Volkswagen models have had the international reach and adaptability of the B2 Passat. In Brazil, the B2 was sold as the Volkswagen Santana, where it continued well into the 2000s. In China, the Santana B2 became the cornerstone of VW's local presence, used extensively as taxis and government vehicles. In North America, it was marketed briefly as the Quantum, sold in sedan and wagon formats. Each region gave the B2 its own flavor while retaining the German engineering at its core. Safety and innovation. The B2 marked Volkswagen's steady move into safer vehicles. Reinforced body structure with crumple zones. Collapsible steering column. Upgraded braking systems, including optional front disc brakes with servo assist. Introduction of Synchro AWD in later years for improved traction and stability. Though primitive by today's standards, these features were in line with the best practices of the early 1980s and solidified Volkswagen's commitment to safety. Motorsport and performance legacy. While not designed as a sports car, the Passat B2 found its way into rally and touring events in select countries, especially where the Synchro AWD drivetrain gave it a competitive edge. Volkswagen also flirted with higher performance models like the Passat GL5, which featured the inline-5 engine and suspension tuned for spirited driving, bridging the gap between family sedan and sporty tourer. Why the B2 still matters today. The B2 generation of the Passat represents more than just a successful car, it symbolizes Volkswagen's transition into a global brand with products that could be both adaptable and aspirational. It introduced Volkswagen to executive buyers without the price tag of an